Here? Anyone right there?
Yes, well, good morning and congratulations again. But I just wanted to ask about Brian Wilson's newfound fame, and you're also going to have people in the clubhouse taking pictures. How's this going to affect the clubhouse, Bruce and Matt, everybody? How are you going to keep it together?
No, it's a great question, and we've been talking about this quite a bit this week. With the staff and the players, and it's going to be up to us to make sure that we are not disrupted or distracted from what we need to do, and that's get ready for a 2011 season. Now, the Showtime thing, the way it came out, it really probably was not presented quite like it's going to be. They're not going to be there 24/7. We're going to do the same thing that we did during the postseason. We'll have a time when the media can come in, but we're going to have our time too, and we pick and choose, when something is done with the Showtime deal, and just like any of the media that we spend time with, they're not going to be on the field during spring training, during our fundamentals and things. So we have discussed it. It's covered. Believe me, for any manager, but especially for me, I think I don't want any distractions from what we're trying to accomplish, and we plan on defending this championship next year. And I don't want to look back and say, well, we were disrupted. So, and he's the player rep on the club.
Yeah, Matt, can you talk a little bit about you got in the middle of this early, and it was released early, and then you had some comments about it. But where does it stand right now, and what is the expectation of the players?
Well, I mean, if anybody's able to see any of the World Series video, it's going to be similar to that, where they're able to, just kind of come and kind of view just like any other media would do. So it's really not going to be any problem. We're excited about it. I think that it's going to be great for us as also as fans. To kind of get everybody to know us and to enjoy the Giants, because as we know, a lot of the East Coast teams maybe really don't know us as well, and now they're going to know us. And I think,
believe me, they're going to know
you. We think it's going to be great. And it's going to be fun to be able to see what stuff is done. Also in the front office and in the stands and everything like that. So it's going to be a great production, and we're really excited about it.
I'm excited. Can I be in it? No.
No, you can't.
I cannot.
You lost your job.
That's right. This guy, where is this guy? He was pretty good. All right, he's very good. All right, let's go around this side here.
Matt, looking back at 2010, can you tell me what you remember as maybe the biggest wins of the year, and maybe tell me what the most brutal losses of the year were for you? Personally, my favorite, Matt, was that Sunday in Colorado late in the year when we really needed a big game out of you, and you were money. You came up big. You guys can answer that. Thank you.
I know, you're going to bring that up. I broke up my no-hitter again. Every time. I would say that both of our best wins and our losses, well, not best losses, but our worst losses, were definitely San Diego. We were awful down there. We couldn't win down there the first two series, and those were the worst, and we really had to man up when we had the 4-game series, and I think that's what turned everything around. And that the prelude to that was in LA, the 3 games before that. Bochy got into us and told us we got to take care of this, because those guys have given us an opportunity, and everybody stepped up, did a great job of really taking advantage of San Diego down there.
All right. What?
I think you're right. I think the game that he pitched in Colorado, because at that time the Rockies were in the same too, and we went in there and took 2 out of 3. We took the win out of their cells at that point. They kind of went the other way, so that was huge. I thought there were 2 critical points in our season for me. Earlier in the season, we went to Colorado, lost 3 out of 4. We lost the last game in extra innings. Remember, it was storming. We had to wait on the runway there, and we're dead tired, and just lost a tough series. And we're going to Milwaukee. We have a day game, and these guys really showed how resilient they are. We went in there and not just beating the first game, the day game, which they were all dead tired. We swept them 4 games, and that kind of turned us around there. And then as we go on the road trip to LA, the one that Matt's talking about, we lost the first game. We we got the Dodgers, Arizona, San Diego. And it's do or die for us, really. And we had a tremendous September because of this road trip. But in the second game, we're down 4 runs. We had probably our best comeback all year. And you know what? He settled down and pitched great after that. But we took a series in Arizona, took 3 out of 4 in San Diego. And I thought those were critical points.
Yeah, good. Vida, how important are games early in the season, the championship season? Can you point to games just of course? Short attention span here for Vida. Come on. Early in the season, games. Because I'm going to bring one game up that I thought, when you asked the question, was a great question. I thought it was the game against Houston at home, with the Kaz Matsui at bat, with Brian Wilson. Remember that? And here's the bases loaded, tying run, obviously at third base, and it was like 16 pitches, and the last 8 of them were 3 and 2. Foul ball, and then he finally got him on a pop-up, foul pop-up. When I saw that and then interviewed Brian Wilson after the game, it was like nothing ever happened. He just walked out. It was just a day at the office. And it made me realize at that point how good he was. And I thought that was a big game for your team. So I'm going to ask Bruce that question. I'll pass to Vida. Well, the Matsui game.
Yeah, no, I mean, what a matchup. And, again, I touched on it earlier about Wilson's mental toughness. And, that's not easy to do, as Matt will tell you, invited to keep pumping strikes with the game on the line like that. And he didn't give in, and he won that battle, and the next day he has a similar one. But, those are things that win games for you, and win championships. Games like that can turn the team around. It's certainly a huge rush for him to get that done.
Yeah, and it's early, and that's why I say early in the season games are still important. When you win a division by 1 game, you got to win them all, and early season games are important. Yes, let's take one over here.
Assuming that the pitcher does it, who do you think is going to be the next Giants pitcher to throw a no-hitter?
Prediction, I think they want you to predict who would be the next Giants pitcher to throw a no-hitter.
Probably the second one to do it, but Matt's been so close. It's so hard to do. The last guy you would have thought on the staff that would have done it was Jonathan Sanchez, and he's got great stuff, but he ends up throwing one. But I think, to me, when I have a staff like this, any game they go out there, they're capable of doing that.
Yep.
I mean, what he did in Colorado, in their ballpark, so. It's a hard one to answer, but really any of them are capable because of the stuff they have.
You ever feel like you got no-hit stuff coming out of the bullpen? You ever feel like, boy, I got it today? And even the Colorado game, that Sunday game after that Saturday night Tulowitzki shot, it was a crazy game. But here you come out Sunday. How'd you feel Sunday?
I would say, Vida, probably the days that you feel like you're going to throw them, you stink the worst. Yeah, I don't know why it is. Maybe it's just a mental thing. You think you're going to go out there and dominate, and you don't. But usually the days that you go out there and throw the best is your bullpens are a little weird and shaky, and you find it during the game or whatever. So it's actually, that was how that Colorado game started. Was the bullpen, especially in Colorado, you never really can take much in the bullpen, but you just kind of get through the bullpen and then take your game as it goes. And it just takes sometimes a lot of luck to get it to go all right.
Yeah, no-hitters are luck. Yes, that's right here. Give the mic right here.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Awesome year. Fantastic. And congrats on the new baby. Coach Bochy.
I guess you're a coach, huh?
Coach?
That's it. All right.
I was wondering if you could take us back to the awesome game last summer against the Dodgers. Were you employed MLB Rule 8.06? one of the greatest games I saw last summer, and tell us a little bit about that, how that came to be in your head, like seeing Don Mattingly walk out like that and turn around, and then the aftermath, like if the Dodgers contacted you, if MLB did, what Empire adjustments were there any changes made after that?
Okay. Actually, it had happened, I'd say 4 or 5 years earlier against the Dodgers. Me, Grady Little was managing, and Brad Penny was on the mound. So I had something to draw back on as far as experience with this. But I remember when Donnie went out to the mound, I'm just watching them talk to the pitcher, and I'm not sure where they're going to put their defense, so I'm just watching, and then I see him come off the mound on the grass. And I could see a player talking and brought him back on the mound. Well, I knew I had him there, and there's nothing umpires can do. Now, there's a gray area in the rule where they're not really sure if he should have been allowed to face one more hitter at that time.
Yes.
And whether it's intentional or not. But at the time I went out there, I knew I was going to have him come out of the game. I thought he was going to face one more hitter, to be honest, but they pulled him out and they brought in the left-hander, Cheryl. Well, there's a little confusion there. Cheryl was supposed to get all the pitching he wanted, and then he thought the umpire said, let's go. So he said, okay, let's go. He wasn't quite ready, and Torres hit the double there, knocked in the runs. So, I did talk to McClellan, who was on the umpire crew. He's the chief, and he says, I still, in the way we interpret the rule, he's got to come out of the game at that time. And when you look at the rule, it's really their discretion on whether it was intentional. They were trying to stop Donnie from going. I could see the umpire going, no. And when I went out there, they did not want to have to make this move. And I said, well, I'm going to protest this game right now, and you'll get embarrassed because it's on film. So at that point.
Good moment. That was a good moment. Okay, right here. And it happened against the Dodgers. That was